My dear friends, many times when people want to put forward an argument or make themselves be heard or communicate something, some ineffectively choose to simply raise their voice. When two people would like to say something to each other and they arrive at miscommunication or misunderstanding, they erroneously believe that the greater the tone of your voice is, the better the other would understand. So minsan, dalawang tao nagsisigawan. Yes, nabibingi ka sa sigaw ng kabila, pero hindi mo naiintindihan, we fail to understand what a shouting person would like to communicate. Hence, it is erroneous to think the louder your voice, the better you are understood. That is wrong. That is ineffective communication. Another way of ineffective communication is that when someone wants something, he or she throws a tantrum. Nagpapaawa, umiiyak, nagwawala, and thinking that by doing tantrums, they could correct what is wrong. They could put forward what is false. They could achieve what they want to achieve. Why do I start with these two examples of, again, ineffective communication? Because in our gospel, there was a man named Nicodemus. Nicodemus belonged to a group of Pharisees. In the gospel, most often, the Pharisees are attacking Jesus. They are very noisy. They want to form a riot. They want to communicate by simply shouting. And Nicodemus believes he could not get to the truth by remaining in that group. So once, as was told to us in the gospel, during nighttime, Nicodemus went away from the group of noisy people who are doing tantrums. And he silently and genuinely approached Jesus. Rabbi, please teach me. What are you teaching us? And Jesus said, you have to be born again. In the beginning, Nicodemus found this strange. How can someone be born again? He could not go back to the womb of his mother and be born again, could he? But again, the situation now is calm, peaceful, and Nicodemus was genuinely interested to learn from Jesus. No bias, no loud noises, no tantrums. And Jesus begins to explain that it is one thing to be born biologically, it is another to be born in maturity. You begin to understand the lessons of life. You begin to encounter the spirit of wisdom. You begin to have your eyes be opened in matured seeking of truth. So dear friends, as we appreciate Nicodemus, let us understand and stay away from the two ineffective communication methods that sometimes we may fall in preference for. We do not simply become noisy. We do not shout when we want to be heard. We try to learn how to effectively communicate. We stay away from tantrums. If there is one thing that is achieved by tantrums, it is to expose immaturity, lack of maturity. That is what tantrums achieve. We would rather, like Nicodemus, be silent, genuinely listen, and seek for the truth of Christ. And Jesus, who sees that we are interested, that we want to learn, that we are open to His grace, will grant us the spirit of wisdom.